Hey everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, which is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
That's right, and welcome to a special Thanksgiving live episode.
Yes! Happy Thanksgiving!
I feel like the guys on the parade, doing the Macy's Day Parade, and there's marching bands going behind us, and welcome to New York City. And the floats going behind us. Yeah. No, not so much. But I wore my special shirt today. It's the
Carolina Disco Turkeys.
That's right. When I found out there was a baseball team called the Disco Turkeys, I had to have some merchandise. They're actually from Winston-Salem. It's a minor league baseball team. They've got some fun teams in the Carolinas. Wait till you see what else I have coming.
The reasons why you buy shirts always cracks me up.
If this turkey doesn't make you want to buy this shirt, I don't know what does. Come on. A turkey in a leisure suit? Come on. That's awesome.
That's hilarious. Well, I didn't wear a funny shirt today, but I wore my grateful shirt today.
Yes, because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And we're very thankful.
Yeah.
That's right. It is week 47.
Yes.
47? That's 5 more left.
Yes, 5 more left.
Yep. And so this is our live progress update.
That's right.
Yes. And so, like I said before, happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Hopefully somebody's watching this besides my mom. But we do want to say happy Thanksgiving. We're almost through the year, thankfully.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. And we only have 5 lives left.
Yep. And I counted, only 2 of those are in Florida. Because we're traveling so much the rest of this year.
Yeah.
So 3 of them are in different locations. I think one's in Vegas, one's in Texas one's in Arizona.
Phoenix,
yeah.
Awesome.
But then also you checked the downloads this morning.
We are almost 25,000 downloads.
Woohoo!
Unbelievable.
Nice.
That is unbelievable.
Love it.
Never thought that would happen. I was hoping to get 25 for the year. So.
No, 365. At least one person
one
to
per day. Yeah, my mom every day. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what's cool about that is that's just the Buzzsprout, right? Yep. It doesn't count like all the other listens that we get on Facebook and YouTube and things like that. So, very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so...
we just got back from Cancun.
We did. Monday was a full travel day, which we're not very far from Cancun, but boy, it felt like we were traveling all day that day. Well, that and you get to the airport in Orlando and you're 45 minutes away from the airport, so that means it takes 2 hours to get home. Welcome to Orlando traffic.
Yes.
So we just got back from Cancun on Monday. Actually, we got to the house late Monday night. And then that means that after being gone for 8-9 days from the office, that means yesterday, what did we do? Actually, the last 2 days.
Yep. Tuesday and Wednesday were full of meetings, catch up.
We had meetings about meetings.
We actually did.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought was funny. Yeah.
And then our meeting with Joe and Jody, we got updates on all of our deals and our raise for the current deal that we're working on. And so that's super exciting. And Joe and Jody, I thanked them, as I always do, about how they took care of everything while we were gone. It's always nice to know that, hey, you can leave, you can take a break, you can kind of turn off, and the team is there to keep things rolling. And we came up with a new system, which I thought was really cool, and I thought I would just go ahead and share it for those of you who take breaks and you try and figure out how to, manage everything while you're away. If you do have an assistant or a team member that you can rely on in this way, what Jody and Joe did for me was every single day they would have a subject line that said Monday and the date, and then Tuesday and the date. And when I opened email, that was the only email I had to go to. I did not have to fish through a bunch of emails to go, which ones need my attention right now, which is what I've done every single other vacation. Is I'd have to spend like a few minutes every single morning, and that few minutes turned into like 1 or 2 hours because I'm looking at all the emails trying to figure out what to reply to. But what Jody and Joe did was they took all the things that were urgent and that could not wait a week. If it could wait a week, it got left alone and put on a different list. If it was urgent and needed to be done, then it said Monday, November, and the date. I would know to find that email, grab it. There might be 4 things on the list. I hit reply, see below, and I just write my replies, press send, and I'm done. that's it for the day until the next day. And I get my Tuesday email, my Wednesday email. So that was a really great system. And actually, when we got back, I told them yesterday, I was like, I would love to actually keep this system because I drown in email sometimes. And it just takes so much time out of my day when I've got other things that I should be focused on for my highest and best use and where my mind should be, paying attention to. And so we're going to keep this system up. So it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready. It is still November. I always thought it was funny that we'd be getting ready for the new year, like in October, but that's actually when people start getting ready for the new year.
Yeah.
And so we've already started scheduling, and I say by we, I mean Danny has already started scheduling some calls with some of our individual leaders in the company for next year. So that's going to be next week. Get some meetings started and get plans going for 2023.
That's right. We'll be talking about that a lot through the end of this year because that's our focus right now is really, really getting ready for next year. So we'll be talking about some of the things that we do in our end of year planning to get ready. And by the way, I don't know if you hear Spartacus, but Spartacus is in the room with us.
Yeah, all of our dogs are at home because it's Thanksgiving.
And he's saying Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
And slow whines.
It's very slow whines. Yeah, he would like a ball.
Yeah, any bulldog owners out there know exactly what we're talking about.
We actually have Pup Box. They did a delivery, and there are Thanksgiving toys that we have downstairs. I think he just perked up because I said the word TOYS. And so he knows that we can open up a closet, and that's where all the what's are. And he gets very excited, and he'll sit in front of that door and whine. But anyways, there's 3 Thanksgiving TOYS sitting on the counter downstairs that we're waiting to give them, but we wanted to record our podcast first. So
I think he just told us that he knows how to spell.
Yeah. And the last thing that I wanted to do for this progress update was and that's Rosie.
There's
she's downstairs and she's just recognizing that we're recording a podcast. So she wanted to say Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there she is. Yeah, that's Happy Thanksgiving and Bulldog Talk right there.
So, hey, Rosie, you want to come upstairs? We're on a podcast. Anyways, I love that we don't edit this stuff out. It just cracks me up. This is real life for us. But the very last thing, I thought I would just do kind of some thankful stuff. So I wrote down a bunch of stuff that I'm thankful for, and I figured you'd just be able to wing it because you're good like that. Or you can choose some of the stuff that I wrote down. But I'll say the very first 2 things that I wrote down was Flip and family.
Oh, right back at you, Dan. I'm very thankful for Danny and all of our family. Yeah. Absolutely. This is an easy list to go off of.
And I'm thankful for Rosie.
And our puppies. Yes, thank you very much.
And our Freedom Family of Companies team.
Which is our family.
Yes, we always kind of say it goes us. We always put us first. We put our family as a kind of grouping around that. We put the team third, but literally all 3 of them merge together for us. So it's hard to put them in order like that, but I always write Flip Family Team.
That's right.
So that's the first 3 things I'm thankful for. What about you?
Same. I can't. I mean, I'm looking at this list. This list covers everything. So there's nothing that I could possibly add that's not already on this list. But of course, it starts with family. Yeah. It starts with us and our puppies. We finally picked them up after being gone for almost 10 days. And we think that they were happy to see us. We're not sure. Not sure about that one.
Yes.
But just all of our family, because without and all of our team, which, like I said, our extended family, because without them, we couldn't do what we're doing.
That's right. Rosie, you want to come up and tell us what you're thankful for?
Come on.
Our investors. I put down our investors is you guys are an extension of us, right? You allow us to do what we do because we partner with you via private lending or via syndications or via helping you own turnkey properties and things like that. This is kind of a partnership in a way, right? We provide a service and you get to invest with us, and together we all grow. So very, very thankful for our investors. I'm thankful for our 2023 growth and opportunities that we have ahead because right now we're really focused on what's going to be happening in 2023. And despite the market and the challenges and the economy and the inflation and possible recession, all those things, there is great opportunity here in 2023 and over the next 2 years. So very, very, very grateful for where we're at and that we're in a position to take advantage of that. And then our health.
And our health, and like you say right here, our new routines. Getting back into working out all the time and feeling healthier and more fit.
Yes.
I've always been in shape. It's just usually it's a shape of Buddha. So it's but it's great because and it leads into what you have written down here, mindset. Because it helps our mindset.
Yes, by being more confident.
Yeah.
In who we are and our health. We already talked about our puppies numerous times now.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey is the only sweet one that has not. He's made an appearance, I think, visually, if you're watching on YouTube. He hasn't barked at us. Thank you, Bailey.
Yeah.
Living in Florida, I wrote down that I was thankful that we're here because it's cold in a lot of places, including our past home.
5 feet of snow in New York. I mean, come on, that's just ridiculous. 5 feet of snow. You shouldn't get that. Should never happen anyway. So that's wrong.
And then a few last ones that we have is financial game plan and growth. We're really thankful that we are doing this podcast, that we're on our road to freedom through passive income, that we've achieved so much so far, and we're still continuing to achieve more and more for our family of companies and the goals that we have for them. All the people that we're surrounding ourselves with our legal team, our tax team, our asset protection team. There's just so many wise minds that we are surrounding ourselves with now. That is super, super exciting. And then you just got a text from Eddie, our mastermind groups.
Yeah, we're heading to Vegas in a week or something like that. It's soon.
Yep.
And so we're meeting up with them. We're going to spend a few days in Vegas. I don't gamble when I'm there because, that's why bother. I just give them $100.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're going to spend 3-4 days in Vegas with lots of powerful people, like powerful minds.
Yes.
They're not powerful people. They're not like Superman or something like that.
I don't know. They might have some secret identities.
We never see Eddie and Superman in the same room at the same time. I don't know.
But the last thing I'll mention, and you can close off with yours, is I wanted to say I'm thankful for tech.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that we can do a podcast like this and share things with you about what we're doing and how we're achieving it, so that hopefully it helps you, whether you're a passive investor or an active investor. I'm thankful for social media and the internet and all the things that allow us to do the things that we do today that we couldn't do 10 years ago. Yep. It's pretty cool.
Yep. And without that tech, we wouldn't be able to have all of the amazing team that we have in the Philippines and virtual all throughout the United States as well. I mean, we get done recording this video, I do very little editing to it, and then I send it over to the Philippines to get final edits, and then AJ in the Philippines, and then he puts it on the internet for interwebs for everyone else to listen and watch.
That's right.
I mean, that's just amazing, and thank you, AJ, again, and thank you to all of our team in the Philippines. Because we couldn't do this without you. That's definitely true.
Yeah, so thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to our family, our team, both here in the States and off in the Philippines. Thank you to all of our investors worldwide. We've got investors in many, many, many countries. So thank you guys. Thank you for listening to this.
Yes.
Thank you for all the downloads. We're super, super grateful, and we hope that you and your families have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yes, and stay tuned for tomorrow, because tomorrow is not going to be Black Friday for Flippy. So.
That's right.
Yes, that's right. But again, make sure you're checking out our website and doing all that stuff that we say at the end of every episode. But we like to end every episode with
invest smart,
live happy. Bye everybody. Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on the show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit and loss.